Hi, today we're going to go through plotting with linear graphs. Plotting is a way of showing how a linear graph looks like, showing what a linear graph looks like, and plotting or graphing, whichever one you like to use, shows what a graph looks like given a certain amount of points. So let's have a look at an example. Graph y equals to 2x for x, which has values between -3 and 3. Okay, so we can see that our smallest value for x here is -3, our biggest value is 3. So a good way to start this off is we put a table showing x values and y values so that we can plot it on a set of axes. Now, because we have x between -3 and 3, we can start a table. So let's start that. X, the smallest point is -3, so let's put that down as the smallest point. And x equals to 3 is the biggest one, so let's put in 3. Now, the easiest way to set this up is set it so that x is going up by 1s. So x equals to -3, next one will be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. and 3. Now we have to find y for each point of these so that we can put it onto a set of axes. We've done this in the last section, so I'll do a bit of an example for this case and then I won't do too much for the next case. So let's do the first one. X is equal to -3 here, so when x is equal to -3, y is equal to 2x, which means 2 times x, so 2 times -3, okay, remember that's 2x, x in this case is -3, so 2 times -3 is -6. Once you've done that, put that in the table. Okay, let's do the next one. X is equal to -2, so when x is equal to -2, y is 2 times -2, which is -4, so let's put that in. So the next one, when x is -1, y is 2 times that, so remember that's 2 times, in this case x is equal to -1, so that's -2. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but if you work that out, the next one will be 0, the one after that will be 2, 4 and 6, not -2, 4 and 6, okay? I fixed it up here. Now that we have that, we need to put it on a set of axes. So the first thing we should do is label these, otherwise no one would know what they are. So make sure you put in your x's and y's. The next thing we would do is actually put in the points that were given. So let's start with the x. It goes from -3, -2, -1, all the way up to 3. So let's put these points in. Okay. Now for the y values, we had them going from -6 all the way up to 6. Let's put that in as well. Okay. Now that we've done that, we need to put the points in. So we're at -6, -3, which goes here. -4, -2, which goes here. If we keep putting all the points down, here are our points. You'll notice that it looks pretty much like a straight line. If we put a line through it, this is our linear graph, okay, for y equals to 2x. Now, no one is going to know that that is y equals to 2x unless you put that in. Otherwise, people will have to work that out, and that's not being very nice for them. So, let's put that in as a label. Okay? Now, this is a case where we're given a certain set of x values. Sometimes we won't be. In this case, let's have a look at this. Graph y equals to -2x plus 4. Note that afterwards we're not given any special values of x that we need to plot between. However, we'll start off doing the same process and see how we go. Okay, so when x is -3, Now in this case this is -2 times x, so negative 2 times x, which is negative 3 here. So let's put that in. We had a plus 4, so put that plus 4 in. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6, so 6 plus 4 is 10. Okay? Let's go to the next one. When x is negative 2, y is negative 2 times negative 2 plus 4, which gives us 8. Okay? So same thing as before, I'm not going to do every one of them. If you work them all out, this is what you will get. So, make sure the first thing you do again is put in your x's and y's, x and y axes labels. Once you've done that, put in all your labels for each point, and put in your points. Now this isn't quite straight because I haven't quite done it straight, thanks to PowerPoint. Now, in this case, because we are not given a certain set of x values, we need to say that they will go through all the points. Now, x keeps going, right? You see that arrow there, it says that there are more points going that way. Similarly here, there are more points going that way. Same with the y. Notice that they use arrows going in both directions. We need to do the same thing as the axes, so we put arrows on both sides, and then we put a label on again. Thank you very much.